Hi, it's Stephen Lai. Today we're looking at double D's. That's right, my favorite subject. That's due diligence, of course. So, due diligence, it's all about making sure that the deal really stacks up before you make an offer. Don't take your eyes off those double D's. So, there's 4 questions to ask yourself. Number 1, online due diligence. Where and how are you capturing it? Number 2, viewings, taking photos, videos, making notes with your clipboard. Where are all of these pieces of work going to live? Number 3, are you building rapport with the estate agent or the vendor? And number 4, how are you going to make it easy on yourself? Okay, let's kick off with how and where are you capturing it? Firstly, what does due diligence look like? It's your next level analysis where you might be researching nearby schools, transport and infrastructure, local amenities, planning applications or restrictions, comparables. It's everything you already know how to do. But the question is, where and how are you capturing all that information? It's probably here, it's probably there, it's probably everywhere in spreadsheets, on scraps of paper. Maybe, of course, it's in your head. In email threads, ideally, there should only be one place that you ever need to look to find all your research. So how can the right tools help you? Well, you should have a due diligence checklist. What does that look like? It's usually a long list of everything you need to research and qualify, and it can be broken down into sections, such as surrounding areas, such as transport links and comparables, the property itself, such as is it a listed building or is it in a flood zone, documents, maybe land registry documents, EPCs, floor plans. The problem is, where is all this information going to be held? This is where a CRM can really help. It's a specific place that holds something for all that those specific bits of information. So your documents, your URLs, your web clippings can all be linked to the property deal itself. So you go straight to the deal, not having to search through those countless folders or emails. Question number 2, viewings. On site, you're probably taking a whole bunch of photos, you're making lots of videos, scribbling notes on your clipboard. Where does all this work live? Well, first of all, viewings are really important. Why? Well, it's the first time you can see with your very own eyes what's in front of you. Without a viewing, you can't really see whether the roof is slanted, is it flat, or what sort of condition it's actually in. You'll be taking a whole bunch of photos or videos on your phone and either taking notes on an old school pen and paper or tapping them into your phone or tablet. Now, how can tools help? Again, you should be using a viewing checklist. Now, this is typically a section of your due diligence checklist, so you can compare the stuff that you're doing online for your online due diligence with that in the real world. You should also aim to be going paperless. Now, if you're using a pen and paper, you're going to have to scan it or type it in, which is just an extra step. Why not join the paperless movement with me? Come on, let's do it together. First of all, you're going to save some trees, and in an ideal world, what you want is a digital checklist on your tablet. It's nice, big, and easy to write on with one of these bad boys. That's right, it's a stylus. And that document can then be linked directly into your CRM against the deal. Now, I use an app called Notability. It totally rocks. That combined with the iPad, the iPencil, one of these bad boy grips, which you can then spin around, easy to hold, unless, of course, you make it Mr. Dizzy, is all you need to be out in the field. That's right. I'm hoping you're liking my funky toys here. Right. Question 3, are you building rapport with the estate agent or the vendor? When you're at viewings, you need to be building these relationships. With the estate agent, you might be asking them, why are the vendors planning to sell? Have they had any offers? With the vendor direct, it's good to have an understanding of their motivation to sell. But more importantly, it's worth keeping in contact, even if further down the line they don't accept the offer. If the sale actually falls through, you'll be the first person they think of because you went the extra mile and made the a great impression, which of course they always remember you. How can a CRM help? It's always the small personal details that makes the difference, but trying to remember everything, it's kind of Mr. Impossible. So let your CRM do the remembering for you. How are you going to make it easy for yourself? Be more organized. Use checklists. Use a CRM as your one version of the truth. Remove those unnecessary steps. And if you're going to be going paperless, It means you're going to be saving trees and also saving yourself a whole load of time. Wouldn't that make sense? So make sure you've got a repeatable process. We talked about CRM pipelines yesterday. If you didn't see it, go back to yesterday's video. There's a lot of good stuff in that. It's really their speciality. It's the first stage in your if the first stage of your pipeline is analysis, then the second stage should be your due diligence. Remember, due diligence is all about making sure that the deal really stacks up before you make an offer. In the next post, we'll be covering deal sourcing, making offers, deal or no deal. Have a great day. Take care.